All right, we're back with another Celtics draft scouting video. Today, we are looking at Frenchman Noah Penda, who spent this past season playing for Le Mans, a French league team, I believe. I'll double check that, but French league team. 20-year-old Frenchman listed at 6'8", measured in around 6'7.25" at the combine, around 240. He's one of my favorite prospects in the class. He's a sort of do-it-all wing, great playmaker, elite defender, good role player. At least that's what Kevin O'Connor wrote in his scouting report. It's what I saw when I watched some of his highlights and stuff for the video that I made, the TikTok that I made. He kind of does a little bit of everything. He's a big body. He moves his feet really well, though, so he can keep up with wings. He's one of the better wing defenders in the class in general. His shooting is a concern, but I am of the belief that it's not as big of a concern as it's being made out to be. I think he can turn into a good shooter. He's not the most athletic either, but he does make up for it with great basketball IQ. He's one of the smartest players in the court at all times. So we'll take a look today and see what we think.
Oh, yeah. Jack was raving about Noah Penda after he made his TikTok power rankings of his favorite prospects in the Celtics range. So this should be a super fun scouting report. I did write a preview about Penda about a month ago for Hardwood Houdini. It was one of the first ones I had done. And the top thing I noted was he is very versatile as a defender. He can defend the smaller guys. He's strong enough to hang with big guys in the paint. And he moves his feet exceptionally well and can recover even when he's beaten off the drive. So that's a positive sign. And 34% from three isn't the greatest clip for him to shoot, but
32.
there are plenty of even too much credit, my bad. But there are plenty of guys in the NBA, including Jason Tatum, who didn't shoot well prior to debuting in the association, right? So there's plenty of room for improvement. The Celtics in particular have had really good success training guys in their shooting ability and getting the most out of them in that respect. So if the Celtics were to draft Noah Penda, I think people should be excited. He's got an interesting skill set and could be a real asset for Boston, especially considering there's like a weird hole in the rotation with Tatum gone. Not to say they need to replace Tatum, but there's going to be more minutes. And if somebody like Noah Penda is drafted and they really believe in him, maybe he can get some extra run this year and really get his skills sharp.
Yeah, No Ceilings Draft Guide lists his best stats as versatility, lockdown defender, and awareness. Compares him to Wilson Chandler, Marvin Williams, Damari Carroll. I see a lot of Nick Batum in Noah Penda. I think he has the potential to be a elevated version of Nick Batum. He doesn't have the exact same athleticism, but the shots look kind of similar to me, at least a little bit. The defensive versatility is there. He's a big body, 6'8", 6'11" wingspan. He came in at the combine at 240. So he's a big dude, but he moves around really well. We can take a look at some of the highlights and what he does on the court. So I'll pull it up here. We can watch. I mean, the way he shoots the ball, you wouldn't know he's a bad three-point shooter. That's my biggest thing. Like, he always shoots with confidence. He keeps it above his head. It's not the quickest release in the world, but I don't think it's necessarily like, begrudgingly slow. And the biggest thing for me with most shooters is he's confident, right? Like, it's not like he's hesitant to shoot the ball. It's not like he's, I might drive here. Like, if he gets the ball in a position where he knows he should shoot the ball, he will shoot the ball. And I feel like if you're a player like that, the right team can work with you to getting the shot in a place where it's good. And I don't think his mechanics are awful either.
It looks relatively smooth. I think there's a little bit of a hitch, but Halliburton is a very good shooter, and he shoots like you would tell somebody exactly not to shoot that way. So it could be done. He does a good job of relocating without the basketball. He moves well without the ball. And the NBA is a beautiful place because there is so much training, so much coaching, so much player development that goes into these guys that he can absolutely learn and shoot better. I mean, that's a great make on a closeout.
If you showed me this guy and said, what does this guy shoot from three, and watch the way he rises up, shoots it, and doesn't I would say he was a good 3-point shooter. Like, I don't look at that like, okay, yeah, that guy probably struggles as a shooter. He's shooting with hands in his face. He's not hesitating. He's rising up, putting it above his head. Like, he just doesn't seem to me like he's actually going to be a bad 3-point shooter for his whole career. Like, I feel like there's something there. A very active defender too. Like, he's a elite defender. He just knows how to play the floor. Like, he'll set good screens. He'll cut to the basket off the ball. He'll rise up for threes if he needs to. He knows when to make the right pass offensively. Like, he just does enough of everything where I think he'll be an immediate great role player, and then also has potential to be more. And that's kind of why I was like really intrigued by his skill set.
Yeah, and anytime you can get a guy who can really defend, like not just because of their physical gifts, but just having a knack for getting deflections, being able to read the offense and be in the right place at the right time goes a long way. And I'm honestly surprised that more international players don't come over and succeed. I mean, nowadays I think there's a bigger sample size just because the game is globally grown. But like in the past, you see guys come over and are top picks in the draft and they don't really play well. But like these guys are playing professional basketball prior to even being in the NBA. Like I feel like that should give them a leg up on the competition more so than a lot of other things. I do not hear you.
I think there are more examples now. I mean, like Bilal Coulibaly. I mean, look at Nick Batum as a late round pick earlier in his career. Like, I definitely think there are guys. I mean, there's plenty of busts in and out of the league. I think they're just, or in and out of, the US. I just think they're a bit louder when it is international because there's so much like hype of them like coming over and they've already done exactly what you said. I don't know, man. I just think he has the right, like he just knows how to play. Like I'm a sucker for the guys who like just constantly do the little things. Like he's hustling, he is filling gaps in with cuts, he's playing with energy, he's an elite defender. He's passing extremely well. He knows where all of his teammates are on the floor. I believe in him as a shooter. And I mean, really the only knock on him is he's not the best athlete and hasn't shown enough as a shooter yet. And you know how I feel about athleticism. I mean, if he is confident in himself as a scorer enough to take this step back three, is it a little slow? Yes, but like it's the confidence. Like he shoots it with confidence no matter what. Here are some defensive highlights from his midseason tape. No ceilings. He was shooting 34% from three midseason for what it's worth. So he was shooting a little bit better earlier in the year and just went through a cold spell. But he's a freak defender. Like it's not from the like realm of he can jump higher than everybody. He can, beat everybody to the spot. He just knows where to be on the floor. And I feel like working with those types of guys as the baseline is just the sky's the limit. Like obviously you might not get the Robert Williams or these Herb Jones with the athleticism and everything. They could be the Derek Jones come from behind blocks, but like this type of stuff is valuable. Look at Luke Cornett, as silly as it sounds. Like he's an elite defender because he knows how to fill space and be places on the floor. Like Rudy Gobert's not a freak athlete, but he's a 5-time whatever he is defensive player of the year because he just knows how to position himself. Like the way Noah Penda plays defense is I know where you're going already, so you can't beat me to the spot, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like he just constantly knows where to be defensively. He's a big body that can also play with guards. He can guard big. Like his versatility on defense is incredible, and just his knowledge of what every player is going to do before they do it, I think is going to give him a real advantage in the NBA.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of saying before, because there's a fine line between somebody like Noah Penda, who is visibly showing you the reasons why he is a good defender, versus somebody like, just for the sake of we looked at him and his skill set's a little bit different, in a Dude Thero, where it's like, oh man, this guy has the tools to be a great defender. He's a freak athlete. He should be able to stay in front of guys. He should be able to be a pass. He looks like he's strong. You're already seeing the skill playing against professionals. This is like, by all accounts, like the second best league of basketball in the world, and he's thriving as a defender at such a young age. I think that should go a long way. You've talked plenty about it too, and you just almost wonder why he's not put higher up on some of these draft boards.
I don't know. I mean, I talked to Tyler about him, and his response was, "Ugh, you like him." So I don't know if Tyler's the biggest fan of him. So maybe he'll have to explain to me and talk me off the ledge when it comes to Noah Penda next time we talk to him. So we'll have to wait and see. But I agree with you. Like, I mean, maybe it's the athleticism. Maybe it's because they know he's not going to be super explosive and the jump shot's not there. And if neither of those things are there, then you run into like he's just kind of like a hustle defense guy, and that's fine, but like what's the ceiling for that type of guy in the NBA if he doesn't get the right opportunity? But I believe in the shot. I believe in his willingness to adapt, and I think the confidence is a big thing for me. If you're already willing to keep shooting and shoot like the way he does, like you don't see any hesitance when he shoots the ball. And on top of that, like we haven't even talked about it much, his playmaking is like incredible. Like all of the stuff we've talked about, like that I think is overrated with the Nolan Traore and the Ben Serif and the Emmanuel Mudiay type guys of like they can pass but can't really do anything else. Like he's an elite defender who can also like handle the ball and pass the ball. Like he has all of that, but with the additional skills that make it like worthwhile. Like he constantly knows where his teammates are on the floor. I put some playmaking highlights on from his first half of his season in the French league. Like look at this. What are we doing? How does this? How do you possibly get that pass through? That's ridiculous.
That's the randomest pull. The Isaiah Thomas across the court to Jay Crowder against the Bucks in like 2016 pass, like right on the money. Great look from Noah Penda. I think he is the type of guy that almost has he's like the Ryan Kalkbrenner of wings with probably a higher ceiling. Like the thing that I really like about Kalkbrenner when we did the video was just like, if you draft him, feels like you have a surefire replacement for Luke Cornett somewhere down the line because his floor feels really high. Noah Penda shows you all these things that are going to keep him on the court, and that should make you feel good about drafting him because he has a high floor. Like, he should at least be a rotation player in the NBA. Wouldn't you think?
I mean, I think so, clearly. For context, Yahoo, so KOC, some weaknesses are shooting. Says Penda has made less than 1/3 of his threes this past season. Shot creation has a loose handle, prone to getting stripped on post-ups, more of a straight line driver, and athleticism below the rim finisher. And then for no ceilings, the lows or the cons are finishing. The solid length and strength, currently an inconsistent finisher off multiple plays. And then pull-up shooting has shown burgeoning ability to shoot off the catch, but lacks the handle, balance, and creativity. But if he is, showing the, as they quote, burgeoning ability, the blossoming ability to shoot off the catch, at the very least, he should be a good role player in the NBA, right? Like, I think he has a chance to be a very high level role player. I think he has a chance to be the Nick Batum type. And I know that maybe everyone's like, oh, just Nick Batum. At his peak, Nick Batum was averaging like 15 a game with really good defense. Like, Nick Batum was a damn good NBA player. Like, it was when Charlotte gave him that big contract. Nick Batum at his peak for the Blazers averaged 15, 6, and 6 on not great efficiency, but like as a top option in Charlotte. Like, I think Noah Penda could blossom into the type of guy to give you like 12, 7 and 4 a night. Like, with the shoot, like, I don't know. I'm very high on him. I think he has all the tools to be a quality NBA player. Clearly, but I'm a big fan. This is probably my favorite guy in that range in the draft.
I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait for Summer League, and I can't wait to see if you're right. Because I wasn't super duper high on Noah Penda when I was looking at him last month. But having since looked at a lot of different players, I think compared to the other players, he's a lot more exciting. Now that I have a little bit more of an idea of what we should be looking for, the sort of things that make him stand out compared to like freak athletes or just other guys within Boston's range, I think I would say he's the best wing available. Right? Like,
he's
I
up
think
there.
I think I also
my one too.
Yeah, Fleming is a great one, and he's like almost a swing big. Like, you could talk yourself into him being a small ball 5.
I think. Well, I don't know if Penda can play small ball 5, but he's a big enough body. I
honestly think
10 pounds heavier than Fleming.
You might hate this or love it. I think he's got a little Grant Williams in him, in terms of what his NBA type skill set would be.
I don't think so.
In a good way.
The good things, yes, but I think Noah Penda is a better ball handler and driver now than Grant Williams could ever imagine himself being in his entire life.
I think if we watched like Grant Williams Tennessee highlights, like, it would feel different.
But like passing and ball handling, okay. I'll let you finish your thought. Then I need to explain this clip because this was in my TikTok.
The no dip 3.
Yeah, but listen, this is what I was saying. If he can pull this off.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to convince me he can't learn to be a consistent 3-point shooter. Like,
I agree.
Obviously under the duress of the shot clock, but the fact that he is like, okay, I'll just do this. Like, I'm not even going to bring the ball down. There's no panic. He just does it like that. They got me. Anyways, I understand the Grant in terms of the defense and the threes. Like, Grant defensively, yes. Grant offensively, I think Noah Penda's going to clear it.
He probably has a higher ceiling offensively, but like, I think at the bare minimum, they can ask him to beat Grant Williams. Is more or less what I'm trying to say.
Sure. No, I get that. I understand what you mean. We can go to the tier list, though. I
pull it up.
My own section for Noah Penda because you got to put Behringer in your section, so I'm just gonna immediately just plop him right there. That's my guy. I don't know if we get how many guys we get in our tier of that person, like Sam's guy, Jack's guy, but that's.
I think we should only get one.
Right there. Okay.
I think that would make this the most fun.
That's my guy then. I'll put that. I'll plant that there.
Okay.
And we'll let it rock.
Personally, I think I would put him in A or B tier. I think he's around the same level as Powell, but I think I like him better.
Yeah, I like Penda better than Powell. I would probably rather Danny Wolf and Thomas Overich because I think they're higher level prospects overall. But for the range, I like Penda. But he's my guy. I'll keep him there. Let us know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of Noah Penda as we are only 2 days away from the draft now. Can you guys believe it? I can't wait. Subscribe to the channel because Jack and I will be doing more draft content as the draft creeps closer. We're almost there. We're also doing full pods Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up the morning after each game during the season. Other videos are up in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. You can find the two of us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps are there. So if you want those, follow. They will go right to your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We would appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We're reading them every single time we record a podcast, so get them in, hbtcpod@gmail.com. You can find our socials at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook's just the name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jacksman NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus. These guys are ridiculous.